And we welcome you to our coverage of the 2017 Homecoming Parade for Urbana High School. I'm Joey Wright. The parade just feet away from us here on Vine Street this afternoon. A beautiful day for a parade. Approaching first will be the Tiger Marching Band, led by drum majors Ellie D'Andrea and Emma Taylor. As we see the City of Urbana vehicles and the Urbana Police Office officer there leading them. We can hear their sirens. Pretty good crowd here on Vine Street and elsewhere throughout the parade route this afternoon. Lots of families and students and even community members I can see lining the streets of the route, so that's nice to see as we see the band march down the street. As they play one of their favorite selections, we see the color guard leading the band. And I want to mention that the band has had success at their tournaments so far this year. They've been to 2. I know they did well in Danville a few weeks ago and also did well in Monticello. So congratulations to the band on their performances. I want to say they finished 2nd in Monticello and 3rd in Danville. So certainly nice to see the band attaining the levels of success that they do, and the color guard also joined some of those competitions, so that's nice to see as well as we see them march past the camera. Looks like the flags are furled as opposed to unfurled right now as we get passed by the band. Ellie and Emma leading the charge, and the rest of the band following suit. My brother Johnny Wright is in the band on the sousaphone. We'll see him pass by in just a second. A very sunny day here in Urbana, so it looks like that some of the band members are having trouble reading the music. They're holding it up higher than where their eye level is to enable them to see the music as the drumline marches past us. And it looks like this is our Grand Marshal, John Simpson. John Simpson, class of 1977. He was chosen by his classmates to represent the class of 1977 as the Grand Marshal of this year's parade. That class having their reunion this weekend at Urbana High School. So a shout out to the class of 1977. This is the Eclectic dance team marching past us now. The Eclectic dance team, or EDT as they're also known, a favorite of the student body at assemblies and talent shows and things of that nature. They have had great success at the school talent show in the past, and we see them performing a little number here. Some leg kicks as they wave to the observing spectators. And they did a good job at the pep assembly this afternoon. So congratulations to the EDT on their performance earlier. And what a nice pep assembly it was. As we see an approaching float, I want to say that this is drama, could be choir. Let's get a look here. It is the Urbana High School choir, in fact. Lots of choir members also in the drama program and vice versa. As they sing a little tune, clap along. The spectators clap behind me. It's a good time when the choir team, or choir program, I guess, is involved. The choir king and queen pass by. Shania Perkins there, a senior. And I want to mention that we will see a lot of Corvettes this afternoon. That's Matt Stark and Don Owen. Matt Stark, the principal, and Don Owen, the superintendent. Yeah.
That's on you, superintendent.
As Dr. Owen stops by to give Abram Washington a hug. Abram Washington, the class of 2015. As they make the U, the Tiger mascot also passes by. As I was saying before they interrupted me, we'll see a lot of Corvettes in this parade. The local Corvette Club has loaned them out to the high school for their use in the parade. And I believe this is the class of 1977.
Right, they have a reunion tomorrow.
1972, excuse me. I was told by Steve Waller that it was the class of 77. It is the class of 72, and they are indeed having their reunion at Urbana High School this weekend, so it's nice to see them back in town to reminisce, catch up on old memories. Looks like the class of 77, this is the class of 77, so they're both having their reunion this weekend. And that's where John Simpson hails from, the class of 77. And here's our freshman homecoming court members, Amara Brown and Elijah Jones. And the freshman float. Freshman float finished 4th out of the 4 classes. And it's a nice float. They've got years to perfect their talents. Our sophomore homecoming court representatives, Kinsey Bostic and Yob Demise. We saw Kinsey Bostic in action last night on the volleyball court. The Tigers played a very talented Normal Community team very well. Fell a little short, but a great job by our volleyball team yesterday, which would have been on Thursday. And the sophomore float finished in 3rd. This is the swim team. The swim team on their float. And they've had a pretty good degree of success so far this year. Very loud float, one of the loudest we've seen. And that's the swim team. This looks like the cross-country team approaching here. And of course the cross-country team, very talented, qualified for state last year. As they pass us by here. Very loud as they acknowledge me, I acknowledge them. My brother is also on the cross-country team, although he was performing with the band. And the soccer team, not football team, the soccer team, next to approach. Coach Randy Blackman in his final season. Looks like they're handing out candy here. Sam Aaron, Magnus Parente, and Lateef Bridgewater. Soccer team took home a win last night against Peoria Manual.
You want some candy, sir?
They're handing out candy, as I mentioned. Some kids here along the route getting their sweets for the day. This is the volleyball team that I mentioned played very well last night, also beat Central last week. And they're very loud. It's nice to see them representing. Our junior homecoming court representatives, Kira Thomas and Mike Maboyo. We'll see Mike on the gridiron tomorrow against Central. Kira Thomas on the volleyball team I've alluded to several times to this point. Big game for the football team tomorrow as we see the junior float finish 2nd. Big game for the football team tomorrow. They are approaching right now against Central. Should be a pretty even game. And I think it can go in our favor. Christian Phillips is there standing up, and looks like the rest of the team will rise as well. As the 18-wheeler pulling their float makes a noise, honks its horn. As they cheer, they're bouncing up and down on the float there. Cheerleading team next to approach. We'll see the cheerleading team on the sidelines tomorrow. I don't believe it's quite competition season for them yet, but our cheerleading team does a very good job at what they do, and we'll see them on the sidelines tomorrow. Here are the senior court representatives, not quite to the king and queen yet, Maddie Welsh and Noah Dowling. And Logan Flessner, Maddie Sanders driving by on a blue Corvette. Logan on the soccer team, Maddie on the volleyball team. Bennett Anderson and Cassidy Russell next to approach. They're throwing out, looks like, suckers and peppermints and such. Cassidy a cheerleader, and peppermint just missed my hand. Jake Luffman and Lauren Matson. Lauren Matson, senior class president. Jake Luffman on the football team. And one of the better players on the team as well. And now the homecoming king and queen. Andreu Allen the king, Daisha Winston the queen. Big congratulations to Andreu and Daisha. Andreu with the class of 18 flag and orange toga there. A lot of school spirit from Andreu Allen. And the winning senior float took home first in the float building contest. Habitat for Humanity trails closely behind. And what a nice float it is for the seniors. Really, truly a fantastic float, and I don't just say that because of my own bias. And that will conclude the parade, it looks like, as 2 City of Urbana trucks here and an illuminated vehicle pass by to end the parade on this beautiful Friday afternoon. We thank you for tuning in, and we invite you to tune in to all of our Tiger broadcasts throughout the year. Big game tomorrow as the Tigers battle the Central Maroons at noon on the Tigers Media Network. I'm Joey Wright. Thank you for watching the 2017 Urbana High School Homecoming Parade.